Early Thursday morning, activist and street vendor advocate Edin Alex Enamorado and his partner, Wendy Lujan, were arrested at San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department along with 6 other known activists. The arrest comes hours after Enamorado and other activists from across Southern California protested a law enforcement officer from the Seaside Police Department who was caught on camera arresting the wrong person and placing his knee on the neck of a minor. This morning post circulating on social media alerted the public about the possible arrest of these activists at their home. The Sheriff's Department confirmed on Facebook that a group of people were arrested. In this post, they said a press conference will be held where they would speak about the details involving the group's arrest, including activist Enamorado. At the time, Adelanto, which is who I got this information from, could not find a single link to view the press conference. However, San Bernardino Sheriff's Department did eventually post their 7-minute press interview to their YouTube, in which they further explained the details behind the arrest. They added that Enamorado, along with the rest of the group, was arrested as a part of an on-lawn investigation for an incident that occurred in Victorville on September 24th. The operation is called Operation Accountability, and the departments involved, besides San Bernardino, are Pomona PD, Fontana PD, Upland PD, and Victorville PD. The group violated the law extending beyond the First Amendment rights to violence. Victims of their actions made reports to the agencies here, said Sheriff Shannon D. Giss at the conference. This group manipulates videos on social media in an attempt to look like they're protectors of underrepresented people. However, they use racism to threaten and intimidate their victims. Civil rights attorney Christian Contreras, who has long defended many of the street vendors that Enamorado has helped in his contact with Enamorado, Wendy, and David Chavez, who were among the group arrested. He said a copy of a warrant was given to him that showed what some of the charges were. Allegedly, it's for conspiracy, use of gas spray, which is a pepper spray. You can also see they're also charging Edwin with kidnapping and criminal threat, which are all felonies. Contreras said there is currently a no bail hold, so they can't be bailed out, but they will have court on Monday. Much like the others arrested, Enrayado's home was raided in the early morning, and they were served with search warrants before being arrested. Other charges brought up at the conference were assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and other offenses currently under review by the District Attorney's Office. For me, it's clear it's First Amendment's retaliation as a violation of their constitutional rights. And it's just sad that these law enforcement agencies, especially San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, is treating individuals like Edwin, said Contreras. I'll vouch for that. I put in my own complaint against San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, Victorville's division, though I have seen at least 4 of the crookedest cops in America right here in Victorville. And I wouldn't doubt that the crookedest one is probably involved in this mess as well. They can't be trusted. They lie. They make false police reports. And the truth is an absolute defense. Enamorado has long been an activist who has posted buyouts for street vendors impacted by attacks and robberies and has helped vendors through the grueling permit system, which is hard as hell because we are still trying to get a permit in San Bernardino County. It's almost like pulling teeth. He's also known for calling out racists online and at their doors, as well as keeping police accountable. Contreras, who's also working closely with Enamorado, is confident that they will be able to get the charges dropped, and as he said, justice will prevail. He said, although nothing is set in stone, once charges are dropped, thank you and tame to sue. Yay! There is a happy ending to this story. Get 'em. Get 'em.
Free the justice. And this is to support him?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Frankie and I'm here to get justice served for the Justice 8. What is going on in our community and around us is not okay. All these false accusations and false charges that they're trying to hit them with, that is not okay. So we're out here today to support the Justice 8 as well as to protect the street vendors and fuck the corrupt cop.
So what Edin is going through is nothing abnormal in this county. We have 4 cities: Apple Valley, Victorville, Adelanto, Hesperia.
Look at them coming up.
The worst part of this city, and when I say the worst part, is it takes us about an hour either to Barstow or to San Bernardino with traffic. So what that ends up doing is you get a corrupt system of law enforcement, you know, and what they'll end up doing is utilizing those pockets that have been quarantined, and we have a very minimal voice.
People, guys. So what we have to do is spread the news. Don't be scared. We have a right. We have rights. Their rights are being thrown away because they're trying to silence them. We can't be silenced, guys. Spread the news. I thank every single one of you guys who are here. It's a Monday morning. They purposely did this. Everything was strategized. It's a Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. And they knew a lot of people were not going to show up. But thank you guys who have a phone and always film the police, guys.
A group of over 30 people came together early Monday morning to demand the release of the 8 activists arrested last Thursday by the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. The 8 activists, which included street vendor advocate Edin Alex Enamorado, were arrested last week as part of an operation called Operation Accountability, which was brought on by the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, Pomona, Fontana, Upland, and Victorville PD, following an incident that happened at a protest on September 24th in Victorville. Family members and supporters of the Justice 8 chanted outside the Victorville courthouse and spoke about the character of each individual arrested. Some family members expressed how much the activists do for their communities, both with their advocacy and as educators in the community. Even Victorville Councilmember Blanca Gomez showed up in support of the Justice 8. She herself has filed a civil lawsuit against the Sheriff's Department after her home was raided. As for the case, Contreras said this.
Today was the arraignment for Mr. Enamorado, the Justice 8, and it is clear from the proceedings today that San Bernardino County and these law enforcement agencies are criminalizing First Amendment activity. They are criminalizing the right to protest. They are criminalizing the right to call out elected officials, and they are criminalizing their critics. We know they are doing this to chill First Amendment rights. They are doing this to stop others from speaking up, and they are doing this to prevent First Amendment activity. So obviously they're very sad and they're concerned, and we fear that they may not be able to get a fair and impartial trial here in this county, given that this case is of high profile. I mean, the entire courtroom was packed, and a portion of it was filled with the same officers who were investigating them. I mean, the people who were at that press conference were there, and I think obviously have to make sure that we fight these charges vigorously, given that there's just so many.
What's going to be happening that day?
There, it's just the next hearing and also a bail review, which is right now there are no bail holds, which means that you can't post any type of bail. And I think the crazy part that I said is that not even murderers have that. Murderers, at least they have some bail posted, but here there's a no bail hold. You can't post any bail, which is crazy. So at the next hearing, we're going to be asking for bail. We're going to be asking that some sort of reasonable bail be held.
Those wanting to help Enamorado and the rest of the Justice 8 group are told to donate money to the attorney's Zelle, where 100% of the proceeds will be going to the activists. To check out the full details of what went down, head to lataco.com for the full article.
Familia, we need to get attention on this because the Justice 8, Alex Enamorado, and the 7 other activists that were jailed were not given a bail. Their lawyer, Cristian Contreras, had a news conference and said this.
Today was a huge miscarriage of justice because not only were these criminal charges filed against the Justice 8 and Mr. Enamorado, there were no bail holds placed. Not even murderers have no bail holds. Not even people accused of murder have no bail holds. That means that they cannot even post bail. They are in jail without even the possibility of bail. Over what? Protest? Over what? Speaking up for the disenfranchised? Over what? For representing a community? This is deeply, deeply unconstitutional. This is a deep miscarriage of justice. This is a deep violation of the community's trust.
The court says that they have concerns for the safety of the public if they were to be given bail. Their next court date is not till the 26th of December. That means they're going to spend the holidays behind bars, away from their families. Too many, including myself, it seems like they're trying to break their spirits. Myself and a couple other content creators have been talking to Cristian, their lawyer, to find out how we can best support them. So we will keep you updated, but for now, please help us get attention. Make your own video, whatever you want. Porque la mera verdad, esto no está bien. Familia, I could talk about this forever, but please let me know what did I miss and what do you all think. Oh, one last thing. There have been a couple content creators here, people that have a following, that have been spreading misinformation and lies about this, and I'll be making responses soon. What I want to be super clear about is, if you guys don't want to support, a mí no me importa. I'm not asking you to support this movement if you don't want to, but I am saying que si no van a ayudar, por lo menos no estorben. If you're not going to help, please get out the way.
Please face the flag and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our next speaker is Paulette Morris on a non-agendized item.
Good evening. I was a little nervous coming here, and I'm gonna cry. The strength that I got to come up here and speak right now was when I saw you, Blonde. When I saw you walk out and sit in that seat, you gave me the courage to get up here and speak, and I thank you for that. Street vendors, the 8 that were arrested, 7 being held with no bail. You guys are all aware of it, okay? No bail. That is against their constitutional rights. They have a right to protest. Just like any one of you, if you don't agree with something, you have a right to protest. However, it's gone beyond that. It's political now. We have the Fontana mayor involved. We have Pomona involved and Victorville. We are sitting here allowing this to happen in our city. Victorville should not have arrested Edin Enamorado at all, raided his home because of him being an activist for people who maybe can't speak English, don't understand the rules, don't know the proper documents. Why it hurts me is because Edin was fighting for me too. I am a street vendor. I'm not allowed to work in San Bernardino, Victorville, in the county at all. However, I'm licensed. I have over a $2 million insurance. I'm registered with the city in Riverside to street vend. I can't do it here at home. I have to drive to Riverside County to work. These people have to drive way out to LA County, Fontana, whatever, to feed their families. They're not breaking in your homes. They're not breaking in your cars. They're not killing your kids. They're trying to feed their families. It's political, whether you hear me or not, and it trickles down. Look at our President Trump. He wasn't even invincible to crimes that are going on. You guys help them out ASAP because this could be you. Please, he's fighting for us. All of us are not, some of us have all of the proper documents and are not allowed to street vend in San Bernardino County. They're fighting for us, guys, so that we can have the legal right to work. So please help them, whatever you can do. Get them out ASAP. This is not Victorville's fault. It's Victorville's fault now, but it's not our problem. Let us protest. They are not criminal. They're not killers. They're not dangerous to society. And this city,
Your time is up.
has the power to do so. Please,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker, Madam Clerk. Our next speaker is Al Catillo on a non-agendized item. Oh, Mr. Catillo? Mr. Catillo, it's your turn.
I went to talk to Obenholty, who supposedly is a congressman up here for us. He's not a congressman for the people. He's a congressman for the federal government. They don't care about the people up here. He told me, he says, we don't cater to the people. We only cater to the government. The people have to take care of themselves. What the hell was he a congressman for? I said, let the government vote for you. Then when it's time to vote, the people will forget you. But He's doing the same thing you're doing. You don't give a damn about the people up here either. All you care about is saving your jobs in the city of Victorville. I got the hell beat out of me by the cops up here in 2020, and I still can't get nothing done because this is a police state. Do something about that. You don't care. I asked you if you guys, anybody called about my getting beat up. Nobody called because nobody cares. If you cares, you would have called. They broke the Constitution 8 times when they beat me up. 8 times the Constitution. They said there's no Constitution up here. And they're absolutely right. You guys don't know nothing about the Constitution either. I don't know. I'm just so filled with talking to you. What's important is that all the people up here, there's never enough people to find out what's going on in this city. Oh, there's no sense in talking to you because you don't do a damn thing about anything. Victorville Paz Road, it's like riding over railroad tracks. You guys have a good day if you can.